Test with the mic.
Test with the mic, and when we come back, we will have lunch.
It's about time we did a day in the life. I've been trying for 2 years.
Courtney, my day started at 4 a.m., okay? It is almost noon. We're a little bit behind schedule. Next time you have to come to my house in the morning and we'll do this again.
So cool right now.
I appreciate that. Also, my hair is full of drywall from working yesterday, so I just have to roll with it.
Okay, so I have some questions for you that we get asked a lot for remodeling wise. So number one question is, of course, what is the cost of remodeling?
Ooh, that's a tough question. And a couple of things. We can actually link a video in the description below about a video that I did with Kyle, a friend of mine who's a general contractor. We team up with him on a lot of projects, and we did a really, really comprehensive video on finding out some ideas on the cost of your remodel. And it really depends on, you know, the materials you select with us. And I always tell people, like, you're the main driver of this, because you can select good, better, best, you know, different kind of cabinets or countertops. But then also the scope, you know, what are you all doing? Are you going to change your entire footprint with your appliances? Are you having a lot of electrical and plumbing work done? That obviously drives the cost, things like that. So it's a great video. It goes really into detail. So I definitely tell everybody to check that out. But I will also tell you that whatever kind of remodeling project you will tackle, you're going to spend more money if you don't take enough time on the front end and really dive into your design, your scope, and think about all the little kind of nooks and crannies and things that come up with. Like, we will review appliances, we'll make sure everything works, we'll review the plumbing scope, like we do all those things, and that will help that when you are within your remodel and the actual work is getting done, you're not going to be surprised with like project cost overruns and all of a sudden there's a bunch of change orders and things like that, unless it's unforeseen things. But that really, really helps, and we always emphasize on that.
And I guess that leads me into another question that we have was, what are a few things I need to have in place before starting the process?
You should have your entire design concept done. You should know all the materials, because your plumber, your electrician, everybody, your installers, they need to know the materials, the cabinet layouts. They need to know all those things so they can give you the correct bids. And then you want your materials actually like on site, or at least schedule around like the big items. And the big items that usually typically take a little bit longer are your cabinetry and your appliances. But you want all the other things ordered in advance and have them on your project site. For example, tile. We've been ordering a lot of tile online from different vendors just to get really cool, unique stuff. And, you know, it's shipping. So sometimes you'll get a box and it's broken. Well, I'd rather want to find that out ahead of time and order the replacement prior to my installer actually being on site, and now I have to pay a trip charge for something.
Now, do we here at the material bar provide the install?
No, the material bar, the only thing we install is countertops, because it's a little bit tricky when it comes to that. Only installers can actually purchase the slabs. But other than that, we refer to our certified book of contractors that we've worked with on many, many projects. So you can come to us directly. We can connect you with a certified contractor that we trust, or you can come to us with your contractor and we will collaborate with you guys.
Perfect. Now, if I'm getting a full kitchen remodel or full kitchen and bathroom remodel, how long does the process typically take?
If you're doing a full kitchen remodel, I would say at least 8 weeks. I would schedule 8 to 12 weeks and be aware of that. You know, especially in the end, you'll have like a lingering kind of punch list that's very common. If you do a big kitchen remodel, you'll have a couple things in the end that you might want to reorder or add on for your cabinetry. Maybe there's a door you need to get replaced, or you need a little bit more crown molding or things like that. Then there's maybe some touch up here and there on the drywall and paint. So really, you know, to be on the safe side and have the right expectation, I would say anywhere from 8 to 12 weeks.
Okay. Now, I did see online that we got a couple of questions about virtual design. So are we offering that now?
We did, yes. if you are interested in virtual design, we do have a great package, and we've done several now with different clients all over the US. You can email us, and we'll have all our contact information below. And in the next couple of weeks, we're actually doing a little bit of a brand refresh. We'll be updating the website, and there will be a tab where you can immediately get started with entering your information and things like that. But until then, just email us that you would like to get more information about the virtual design, and then we can help you out with your virtual kitchen design and also supply you with things like cabinetry. Okay, we're about to walk on this project site. It's an active project site, so it's probably a little bit crazy when we go in there. Things are probably going to be all over the place, but cabinetry has already been installed and countertops have already been installed. So I'm super excited to see where we're at, and we are actually here today. Number one, we have some things to drop off that just came in. But number two, we kind of came up with this really fun vented idea. And it's a little bit tricky because of the beam. So I wanted to go onto the job site with the installer and see for myself what the actual framing, the dimension should be. So this is going to look exactly how I envisioned it in the end. So I'm excited to check it out. It's a great view. We're at an undisclosed location in Seattle, but you guys are going to enjoy the views. I promise Courtney she will love it, and we'll take lots of pictures, and I'm excited to take you there. Also, just to give you guys a little bit of an inside scoop on this project, this is an investor in Seattle and a good friend of mine. I've been working with him on several projects, and he purchased this property. There's a couple of different units on this property already existing, and then there was one that was basically already completely demoed, down to the framing, and the former owner was going to turn it into another unit. So he wants to now, the current owner, my friend, wants to turn it into a really great looking space that he will probably use for vacation rentals or just renting it out for a long-term tenant. Either way, the entire property kind of reminds you, with all the landscaping, of like this old world Italian vibes. So we wanted to create something that kind of reminds you of that. So I'm super excited to show you guys where we're at. Watch your step, Courtney. Hold on. Wrong stairs. There's so many stairs here. We gotta go this way. Ah, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. So beautiful. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Oh, I love the tile. That's brand new tile from Surface Art. So cute. It has that Italian kind of rustic flair. I love it. Oh, that is so cute. Oh, this is gonna look so pretty. I'm in love with it. We can tag all the finishes for you guys below. God, that looks good. That's also Surface Art tile.
And that view?
Oh, and that view. Now, I would like to take a bath right here. Wouldn't that be nice?
It's incredible.
That looks so pretty. Alrighty. Look, the original kind of brick. I love how that's exposed. Watch your step. Courtney already did a little tripper.
Yeah. Already almost fell.
Already almost fell. Alrighty, so I'm gonna put these rails. I'm gonna show you guys really quick. We had these rails on another project, but basically there's gonna be floating shelves on the perimeter of the kitchen, and then we're gonna mount these underneath with some hooks. It's gonna look super cool. Hey Vitali. Good, how are you? All right. Okay, so you're at like 64 and a half,
Yeah.
but then the tile's gonna come and like make it sit lower.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be like 63 and a half probably.
Yeah, and I see what you're saying because the vent is like right in the middle of that thing.
This is a beam.
Mm-hmm.
structural beam that's
Yeah.
holding everything,
Yeah.
and the pipe's right here.
Right. But you need enough room to like
I need
have
enough
it come
room to
out.
have it come
Right.
out and
Mm-hmm.
put on the 6-inch.
Yeah.
If I go any higher, this is already tight. It's gonna be like I'm
Right.
gonna have to use a flex tube,
Right.
and it's gonna be pretty tight. If I go any higher, I don't think I'll be able to put it in.
Okay. How do you feel about going less steep? So we're at like, you know, it's gonna be like 20 something by the time the
Like
tile is on
20
here.
About 20 and a half.
Mm-hmm. Because the vent itself is like really shallow.
Yeah, it's 11, I believe. 11 and a half.
I'm thinking it's okay if we were like less deep. And Keen said he'd be okay with that.
Okay.
And yeah, I totally learned something new again on this one.
It's just the ceiling's so low.
Yeah.
If the ceiling was higher, it wouldn't be a problem at all.
Yeah.
And this post.
Yeah.
Because the pipe is right here right now.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna look really cool though. Yeah, if we could, what are you thinking on the depth? So 18. I almost think if we were to make it 16?
But another thing, the vent is going to be sold to the back now.
Mm-hmm.
We have this shelf.
Yeah, but it's still pretty strong. And like we can still sit it like as far forward as you can.
Yeah.
And then just frame it on the back of it. I think that'll be okay. Yeah, I think if we make it 16, that would work. That would work.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do that.
It looks really good though. It looks really nice. That tile is like real nice.
Yeah, the tile turned out pretty good.
It turned out, yeah, it's gorgeous. Love it. Let's see. Oh yeah, here's the brick. Oh man, that's gonna look so good.
Yeah, this looks really good.
Oh wow, look at that. That's gonna look super kind of old world. Cool.
Courtney,
What?
curveball. Since we're already out looking at projects, I figured we can go to Gig Harbor. Here's another really fun project. This is actually one of my personal investment projects, and it's a duplex that I purchased. I'm going to be living in one side for a little bit and basically flipping it, but I will walk it with you. And we're currently working on drywall. There was a ton of reframing done, and I really want to walk everybody through like the reframing that we did in there and why we changed the layout and what kind of impact it has. So I'm excited to take you out here, and yeah, let's just enjoy the view for a second because I love driving over this bridge. The ceiling. All right, so we're literally working on drywall right now. So at first, when you came in here, you got a front entry closet, which I'm gonna make a really cute kind of open concept closet. Can't wait to get that on camera. It's just all in my head right now. And then here was a wall. So you came in and this just felt like a very small kind of living space. There's a wall here, and you can kind of see on the floor here where the walls were. And then over here, there was a longer hallway, and there was this closet that was literally all the way around here, accessed from here. It had the water heater, and it was like a pantry or like linen closet that you kind of accessed from the hallway. And we took all of that out, moved the water heater into the garage, and opened up the entire space. So now I have room for a nice L-shaped kitchen, an island, open living concept, and I even have enough room for a nice little dining table for 4 seats here. So love how this turned out. A couple of things really quick to call out is to, you know, why we go back to, you really want to think about your design, because especially when you're doing your rough-in parts, your electrical, your HVAC, your plumbing,
you want to know the final things that are gonna be in place. So for example, my refrigerator is going to sit on the right side here of the kitchen, and I already discussed with the electrician to have an electrical outlet on top of my cabinetry because I want my internet modem to sit up there that I'm gonna hide behind plants. I want an Alexa to sit up there. So you really want to think about these things, how you're going to use the space or how somebody is going to use the space down the road. So we really discussed electrical a lot. Also, you guys know I grew up in Germany. We're really we always tuck away our microwave. So for me, I love when the microwave is inside of the pantry. So I also had an electrical outlet sat inside of my tall pantry unit. Love that. And then, okay, 2 more things that we did. Number 1, we stole, so like I said, this is an investment property for me. And I stole some square footage out of the garage. It was the full length of the building, which was too long. And we stole about from this door down to the end of the house, stole that space to create a bedroom, which is going to be the second bedroom in this house because I took the initial second bedroom and I turned all of that into a really, really cool primary suite. So basically, you're in the kitchen, you're in the dining, you can see the living. You can walk through this open walk through butler's pantry, which is where you can store cleaning supplies, laundry supplies, but just make it look like super cute. And then in here is just a very small second bedroom. We added some square footage here, and this is really just for guests because this home, honestly, in this area in Gig Harbor, this is going to be the perfect little kind of condo for maybe a couple wanting to retire and downsize. So it's super important that we create a gorgeous primary suite and the second bedroom is just smaller. All right, so living space. We have 1 existing bathroom, nothing special. No, nothing special, don't look in here.
Oh, okay, don't look in there.
We left this because I'm gonna be moving in here, believe it or not, in like 2.5 weeks. So we left 1 bathroom existing, so I have a bathroom. But we moved, the washer and dryer is gonna be stacked in this hallway closet. And then here is your primary bedroom. Really wonky. There was a door here to the bathroom, so it had 2 entry doors, which was just wonky for the 1 bathroom. And then when you came in the front door, there was a door right here to go right into your main bedroom. It was just kind of weird. So we walled that off because we added another bathroom. So in the end, it went from a 2-1 to a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. So imagine this here being the primary bedroom. Nice and spacious, and then you go down this hallway, and this is all going to stay open. Watch your step, Courtney.
Okay.
Here's going to be your open closet. So I make that look really cute, but it's like an open walk-in closet. And then back here, I found a really cool vintage door that I'm going to use. Here is your primary bathroom. We've got a 48-inch vanity with some sconces, a window, toilet, and then there's going to be a shower in here.
Cool.
So I'm super excited to get this done and keep you guys posted on the progress. And this is going to look really fun. So this is going to be great pictures for before and after.